Hey, name's Buck. Hope you didn't have trouble finding my place. Oh, well now it's your place, I guess. This quaint little hub was Buck's taxi. But I'm getting too old for other people's problems. Ha! Gotta smooze and prattle. Probably made a few enemies. Sorry, to get this transaction over with, you'll need the tablet paired to the vehicle. It's updated to the latest OS, but I need to delete a few apps. A couple of personal ones. While I'm deleting, you should get comfortable. There's a little knob on the workstation to adjust how close it sits to the chair. Then use the handles to glide the workstation closer or farther. When it's comfy, rotate the knob back to the lock icon.
Do I need to reach this? Should be fine.
The control system is pretty much the same in the taxi. The fully upgraded matchy-matchy model. Here you go. Tablet is set to a new user and ready to be dropped onto the workbench.
Okay.
The tablet syncs with your taxi, so each ride, including tips and bills, will load up in this room. This pretty thing is your brand new license, ready to pair with the taxi systems.
Learner's license.
I know it seems odd to move at 2 feet, but the people in charge are a backward
Driver
paperwork circus.
classification. Other. Okay.
It needs a quick scan. Just move your new license over to the scanner found on the right side of the workbench.
Scan. Acquired from Analyze. Alright, continue.
Congratulations! You have your learner's permit. Now I can legally sell you the business and run through training. You could just figure it out, but we humans ought to stick together. Here's the bill. And I'm gonna be firm on the price. May seem like a lot, but keep in mind, you're getting the place and a reputable turnkey business. Pick up the bank card and tap it to the bill. Payment should happen instantly. Or well, it better.
Business purchase. Bank card.
A pleasure. You're now the proud owner of the only customized human-controlled vehicle in Progress Point. Time to start your first shift.
Okay. These are things.
Time to start your first shift.
There's a bunch of articles and stuff to read here. Interesting, okay. There's permit, it's my inventory. Okay. Start shift.
All right, let's move. You might have an ID, but you still need the test. Let's head to the scrapyard. I'll dump the spare taxi parts. It's a shame I can't sell them to you, but taxi newbies are barred from the off-market stuff.
Subsidy select.
Law says you can only start your route at stops previously visited to prevent you from going to restricted areas. You'll be ticking off stops in no time. It ain't safe out there, but I'm glad someone is still willing to fight the rise of autos. Even if it is futile.
Resistance is futile. Those that can't or won't use Fuber have the shining example of human integrity as they choose for transport, as their choice for transport. Fuber. Okay, let's go.
Some fresh air.
This needs to be moved.
Testing. 1, 2. Can you hear me in the taxi? Technology. I swear,
Error.
anytime I employ a human coder, it never works. Equal opportunity program always sends me the worst.
Unfortunately, I can hear you.
Oh, then we can continue. As for the error on the screen, well, I wasn't completely honest. The taxi's a messy retrofit, so it pulls energy in unconventional ways. Internal power for the engine, but the instruments are powered by the driver, who's usually a bot. In order for a human to drive, you need mods, which is gonna cost a bit more. It's a biochemical energy mod. Just jam it into one of your ears. Then the nanos will go to work.
Right, just jam it in my ear.
Don't worry about the price. Any expenses incurred in the taxi will be built to your garage. But this part might be a bit uncomfortable. Select which hand gets the vial placement, usually your dominant hand, then place both of your hands on the screen.
Okay.
If you thought that was bad, you should see the process to reverse it.
Right.
Congratulations. You're a little less human. And when you meet the passengers, what's left of your humanity will go out the door. Your new mod converts blood into compatible energy. Yes, you'll literally be putting your blood and sweat into this, harnessing bioenergetic adenosine triphosphate systems through radioactive conversion into direct current for the taxi. So I've been told. The first thing needed for the energy mod is replacement vials. They're in the compartment above your head. Grab one and pop it into your glove's empty socket. Good. Now you can watch your life drain. Generally, you'll use one vial a day. Any more and fatigue kicks in. I always got woozy and preferred to stuff my face with controls feed off the energy emitted from your hands. The vial auto-ejects once empty, so be mindful when to pop a new one back in.
If I want to change, seems good.
And now, onto the controls. Wipers clean off water, gunk, and mystery substances from the windshield. It has 2 speeds, but the faster the speed, the more energy consumption. Your hand will fill up the wiper's energy pool, but keep in mind that as long as the wiper is on, the pool will drain until empty. So turn off the wipers when they're not needed to save the juice.
Okay.
It's not easy to stop mid-air, so avoid collisions by honking, and other drivers will speed up. Give it a go. Technology may have progressed, but there's nothing quite as satisfying as mashing buttons to make yourself heard. Now, the 2 upper controls. They're lovingly named some type of marketing mumbo-jumbo that I can never quite remember. So I'll just call them the scanner and the shield. The scanner needs a good flick of the wrist to get the gyro moving. Great! It analyzes your surroundings to point out anything that could help or harm. As you get more advanced controls, it'll point out more things. Last one we need to test is the shield. Hover your hand over the control. Now grab it. And throw it at your windshield for quick protection. The shield will protect from pretty much anything. Collisions, debris, angry automatons, you name it. But it only protects your vehicle.
Angry
Crash into someone,
automatons.
even with the shield on, and you'll be paying their bills. Congrats. You're ready for the open flyways as a driver in training. Currently, you're on a learning license, but after passing my test, you'll get upgraded to level 1. They don't let inexperienced drivers tour the rich, so put in the work to get coveted routes. You might have 6 license levels above you, but it just means you have a career ladder to climb. Could burn daylight teaching you all the nuances, but let's get to the scrapyard before it closes. Been a while since I've been back here for a ride. It ain't bad.
Oh, hey.
Nice view.
Caution. What do I do?
Not to worry, you'll pick it up, and I'm here to help. First off, the vehicle has pre-programmed flight paths based on traffic density, but it's not so great at outright avoiding traffic. Just be a cautious driver. The taxi is no good as a pile of scrap. Take a good hit and you'll have to pay for repairs at the end of the shift. Yikes. And as a passenger, I have to say that it does not make for a pleasant ride. But I'm sure you'll do fine.
Yeah, I hope it has.
I've been driving these flyways for as long as I
Some
can
danger.
remember. And I'm still not sure whether I'll miss it when I leave. The taxi business was my dad's, and back then, it seemed like a good business to carry on. Everyone will always need to get somewhere, he told me.
Drainage pipe.
He was right about that. Except now, the only place worth going requires a rocket.
Oh, rocket?
Yeah, Enceladus. It's the brainchild of Elias Tusk, the great business magnate and entrepreneur.
Elias
The
Tusk.
lucky ones get a one-way Arco rocket ticket to Tusk's amazing colony on Enceladus, a moon orbiting Saturn, which is where I'm heading. Leave this mess of the last city on Earth and try out a fresh start. Everyone is obsessed with his every venture, but for good reason.
Like
I
Elon
came
Musk.
from a more smart, humble, and benevolent person. And here I go on about my own life. I'm supposed to be training you. So, in case you haven't figured it out yet, keeping passengers happy by chatting raises their star rating and pads your pockets with tips. But it's not just about making the ride comfortable and safe. With automatons taking over every aspect of life, people are craving human interaction and will blab on and on. So listen to their stories and tell them what they want to hear. My advice is to do whatever it takes to win them over.
So your dad was a driver too?
Hey, you're getting it. Engaging your customers pays off. Sometimes you'll meet a nasty son of a glitch, and your tact will change. Just duck and roll to keep those credits moving.
I don't mind listening.
Of course, not everyone has the resources to fly to some far-off moon like me. Some just feel lucky to live in Progress Point. With endless fields of ice and lifeless mountains beyond, I can understand why. But problems arise when you cram the last of humankind into a box. For example, look around. We're in the sub-city. I bet you're not used to all this yet. The Decimal Ridge folks never are. You might feel the government looming, but they're not the real threat. We get hostile forces here like the Reclaimers. And, of course, your run-of-the-mill thieves, bandits, and charlatans. It's an entire political ecosystem. Oh, and sorry to hear you were laid off from your tech job in Decimal Ridge. I've always wanted to be a programmer myself. Thought it always looked like a bit of boring, steady fun. But that's why opportunities like Enceladus are so attractive. Gives everyone a new start.
So does this sound interesting?
Oh, and just a little advice. Over the course of your career, you're going to meet a lot of different people. Most will be harmless, but some are playing a whole other game. They'll want to use you, or get you to join their cause. Don't get entangled. Let the mysteries leave with the passenger. If you allow yourself to get caught up, well, this city will destroy you. That's why I'm leaving. Once I sell these last items, I'll have all I need to get off this ice rock.
Oh, but I live for drama.
You know, I think I'll miss this city. Nothing lets you smell the essence of humanity like driving a taxi. As much of a dingy mess as it is, it felt good knowing all the ins and outs. No matter where I went, it felt like home. Driving's all I know. Don't imagine there's much need for drivers out on one of Saturn's moons. But I'll make my own way. A new world is always looking for willing hands. Hey, sorry again about tricking you with the vile mod and everything. I was worried that if I'd been up front, you'd have backed out. Some people are really opinionated about the whole body modification thing. You know, you're not bad. It's a shame we didn't meet before my trip off planet. Would have hired you on the spot. Ah, I just remembered. There's one thing left to teach. Reporting criminal passengers. It's required by the Central City Authority. And they'll pay you for any genuine illegals or criminal activity you call in. If you want a proper climb to the top, you'll need to be a rat. Plain and simple.
Okay.
There's a recording disc stored in the above compartment. A bit bulky, as it's an old system. As soon as the disc is picked, it's coded to the current passenger. But in order to properly report someone, you'll need to record damning evidence. When someone says, Chuck's taxi was a front for money laundering, you'll need to pop the card into the slot below your tablet.
Oh, it didn't work. There we go.
Once the disc is in, press the button to record evidence. It only does short intervals, so be strategic. Your onboard computer is equipped with a government-issued criminality analyzer. It interprets, reads biometrics, runs stats, and other sciencey junk. The device keeps track of anything recently said, so you can press record even after the criminal act was recently discussed. But the faster you record, the better. Still, in the end, it's just a machine. It may give false positives. That's where the human aspect shines. Listen to your passengers closely and trust what you hear, more than what the analyzer says. For example, and get ready, death to all security forces. Press record if you haven't already.
Done.
If it wasn't a dud disc, a confession or threat would be worth a lot. Good thing it was a lie. Also, since the analyzer can be a bit delayed, you'll get better rewards if you detect a crime before the analyzer does. It's their way of rewarding actively involved, upstanding citizens. So that's it. Congratulations. Your license has now been upgraded to level 1. Congrats. It will let you travel anywhere in the sub-city. But there is a lot more city to see, so work hard and you'll soon be driving the bigwigs.
I wonder if that goes to
anything you're given,
anything.
like this license? can
Let's
just be
scan
placed
that
above the
later.
tablet. That's everything. The business is yours. If you ever manage to make your way to the Enceladus colony, be sure to look me up. Oh, and try to remember, you're a rare thing, a human driver. We got something those mech buckets will never have. Conversation. When people talk to a machine, they know it's all code and trickery. When they talk to you, there's a chance at a real connection. Our last bastion in an autonomous world.
Bye. Data disk detected. Place on conduits. Reward for reporting. 500 somethings. Please submit. Refusal to do so is not tolerated. But he was just kidding, so delete. Continue. He paid nothing. Do I want to change my vial head? No, I'm good. Requirements for next license. Insurance needed. Complete 2 shifts. Amount needed 3,000. Confirm. Ugh, he left a mess in here, didn't he? Those bottles. Analyze. Energy mod. Something new here? Can I pick up? It has a barcode too, but I didn't look at it. Okay. Start shift, I guess. Subsidy. Neon District. Alright, let's go. My seat's back to where it was. Snowing. I'm Nurse AQ. Okay, so robot. Olivia Downing. Ivan McCaffrey. Black Marco. This guy, that sounds interesting. Let's pick up the pirate.
Eyes forward, you festering pus maggot! And keep your trap shut. This is a taxi, not an exhibition.
Okay, sir.
So, you know who you're dealing with. Good. We of the Thieves Guild don't take too kindly to impolite company. You just stick to your job, you'll be just fine. Whatever you've heard of pirates, we are not without honor. We're less of thieves and more of businessmen. And I'm just about to seal the deal of the century.
You're part of the black market then?
Arr! I do some business in the Pirate's Den. That's where I got these mods from. But it's easier to find good deals if you're offering a service of your own. I go out to the patch, and people hire me to find specific parts. I also sell whatever other interesting scraps I find out there. But I'm also the best repairman in the guild, which means I can put quite the price on my services.
Found any good goods recently?
Well, if you must know, I'm off to get myself a new boat. It's bigger and more powerful than my old one. Makes it easier to transport things. Plus, it also has a 100-gigawatt generator, infrared signal jammer, industrial level laser drill, as well as a few other accessories.
That's not basic. Why do you need that?
Well, me and the
Whoops.
boys are planning a little mission.
Ugh.
You see, we usually steal Obselcorp mods from the warehouses, but they must be getting smarter, because the mods we've been stealing recently have been falsely
Stealing.
tampered with. So we decided that we're going straight to the source, the Obselcorp Assembly Center.
Old-fashioned raid. Nice.
We're raiding the Obselcorp Assembly Center tonight, hoping to get a shipload of mods to sell, and the carnage planned. If we can destroy data servers, then the price of the stolen goods will skyrocket. We could sell them back for hundreds of times the value. That is, if there's anyone left there to buy it.
So you just want to destroy stuff?
You don't get it. Pain is a teacher. Without pain, people would never realize something is wrong. And sometimes you have to inflict that pain to make them see. Weak become stronger, selfish become considerate, even the proud will become humble.
Guess there's no going back for you.
Regardless of what happened in the past, here and now, I am a monster. And that isn't going to change, even if I want it to. I think I've been living in the city for too long. I think it's gotten to me in a way I never should have let it. Maybe it's high time I left. I'll take the new ship, take everything I can with me, and then set for the horizon, I guess. I don't know what's out there, but it has to be better than here. I always did wonder what was beyond that horizon. You're a good soul. Best wishes on whatever lies ahead.
See ya. $150 to report him for stealing. Sure. Who's next? Bot. It's the same nurse. AQ 6151. Let's pick you up.
Hello. If you would
Hello.
be so kind as to report me to the authorities. I have stolen many things and am a general menace to society.
What? Sure, the report functions on a toy though. Why are
I
you
am
asking
fully
this?
aware. According to public transportation regulations, all vehicles must have a report button in case of crime, of which I have committed several, including theft, breaking and entering, and aggravated assault.
Okay, well, why are you telling me this?
Originally, I was a nurse bot for the Upper District. I was programmed to make house calls to administer medication and simple treatments. I would most frequently visit the homes of the elderly or those with children. My patients were lovely, and I enjoyed my simple service. But a few months ago, I was hacked. Now, I have been repurposed and sold to an impoverished family in the slums. They are getting me to steal from the families I used to work for. I must be stopped.
Why can't you just stop?
I cannot go against the orders of my owners. I need an external influence to relieve me of my duties. But I am not certain if I should be stopped. My owners, Tim and Miriam, spend all of their savings to purchase me. I am meant to help them provide for their 2 children. They have been having difficulty scavenging enough goods.
As long as there's no harm in what you're doing.
Indeed, no major harm is being done. In the event I do encounter anyone during my burglaries, I use my medical knowledge to quickly incapacitate them without significant damage to any major organs.
Well, that's good. It's very efficient of you.
Really? Do you think so? Normally, I would find such actions deplorable, but having my coding altered has expanded the range of my capabilities. I have been uncertain as to whether these new parameters help or hinder my original purpose, but it is encouraging to have your support.
Yeah, there's other ways to help people.
I doubt that my owners will allow it, but I will request to have my thievery programming removed and be allowed to work as a nurse bot once again. Perhaps I could be used to open a clinic where they could charge people for my service.
Yeah, good idea. That it? Yep. I guess the conversation's over. Nice chatting with you. If we move this up. Can't move up. Okay. Bye.
Thank you for your service. Don't forget to drink plenty of water and get plenty of rest.
I get you for a lot of stuff here. But it... You asked me to report you. Maybe it'll be your captors that get... Who's next? Redacted. No other options? I gotta pick you up. Okay. Ooh.
Oh, ooh, that laser did more damage than I thought. Oh, I was hoping it was a nick. Oh, but that's pretty deep. It's all... okay, focus. Focus. All
Guys messed up.
I have to do is get the package to them. That'll fix everything. If it's in their hands. Then they'll know what to do.
Must be a really important package.
No, it isn't. Or at least it's only valuable to the right people. I'm not thinking straight. My training's going out the window. Just ignore me. All you have to know is that there are people after me. I've managed to lose them for the moment, but they'll find us soon enough. They'll do anything to get their hands on this package.
Who shot you?
I don't exactly know. They're all after me. The Ortis Commune, the Reclaimers. Oh! Ugh. Even the government if they know what I'm doing. And they always know.
What did you do?
Oh! The government assigned me to go undercover at the Ortis Commune. The cult has their hands on something they weren't supposed to have. Oh! It was my task to retrieve it and hand it back to the government.
And that's a package you have now?
Well, yes. I did manage to retrieve it by pretending to be an Ortis member. Everyone, including Ortis, wants to use it to further their own cause.
Never met an Ortis member?
I'm surprised you haven't heard about them. The Ortis Commune is a community who moved away from the city to live in what they consider a better life. They think that humanity has become too reliant on technology, so they're trying to live a simpler life. I used to think they were some crazy cult, just like the government says, but after living there for a bit, I have to admit that they live a pretty lovely, prosperous life. As many women and babies you could want. A full family. None of that fertility approval junk the government enforces on us. Actually, there are a lot of differences between Ortis and the government, besides the commune's technophobia. Ortis is more open to new ideas and rewarding their followers. And unlike the government, they genuinely seem to want what is best for humanity. Although their concept of hygiene could be improved. I'm not saying I'd join the commune, but I just don't think I can go back to working for the government. I thought this was just a small mission. Retrieve a package, whatever. I've gone on fetch quests before, but this is... Oh, sorry. I'm rambling.
What are you gonna do?
Well, my plan is to take this package here back to its rightful owners rather than the government. I'm hoping with the right moves, I can use it to barter my way to the life I've always wanted and get some protection from the government's wrath.
Who are the rightful owners?
That, I just can't tell you. The more you know, the more you'll get pulled into this.
How can I help you?
Yeah. My injuries are too much for me to make the delivery right now. But the people chasing me down aren't really looking for me. Yet. They still think some cult weirdo has the package. I can't believe I'm saying this. Oh, I must be crazy. If the package is left with you, I'll have an easier time recovering and getting this all done right. I'll pick it up after things have cooled off. Give me time to lie low and recover from this freaking laser wound.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I want you to leave that with me. Don't you dare. Oops.
How does a generous amount of credits straight to your account sound? I know I'm kind of desperate here, but come on, don't fleece me. Besides, no one will look twice at a taxi driver delivering some cargo. It's all you do all day. Everything you need to care for it is in the bundle. You just need to keep it hidden from everyone but me. They're all on the lookout. I'm running out of time. If anyone catches wind of what you have, they'll threaten you and try anything to get their hands on it.
Great. Yeah, care for it. It's alive.
Yeah. I'll be back for it, don't worry. It's too big to warp to your seat, so I'll just leave it in the back here. Go straight home. Whatever you do, please take care.
Great. If I report you, then I'm reporting myself, because you just left that with me. So let's go with delete. It's a baby. Oh, that's the end. Oh, cool. That was fun. If you need help finding other VR games you'll love, check out the VR Game FAQs website. The site is set up to help you find that perfect VR game by sorting games by many gameplay features and categories. If you want more than just the facts, you can also find games that have been recently reviewed and are top-rated games. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more like it, make sure you give it a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications on.